Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how to install Windows 11 in VirtualBox. So what we'll be needing for this is VirtualBox, the extension pack, and a Windows 11 ISO. So I'm going to be showing you where to get all of those, and I'll leave some links in the description if you want to go ahead and click them. So first we need to open up Google, and we need to type VirtualBox. So once we type that, we need to go ahead, go down, and click Downloads. So once we click Downloads, it'll show us a page full of all the downloads we'll need for this session. So yeah, I'm on Windows, so we're going to go ahead and download Windows Hosts. If you're on Mac, you can go ahead and get the second one. Linux, you can get the fourth. Solaris is the fifth. Okay, so once we're done, our download should be done. We can go down, and then we're going to find VirtualBox Oracle VM extension pack. So we're going to go ahead and click all supported platforms, and that's going to go ahead and download. I downloaded it twice. Okay, that's okay. So once we're done, we can go ahead. If those are still downloading, don't worry. So we can just go ahead to Windows 11 ISO, and now we're gonna keep going, and then we're gonna see www.microsoft.com. We're gonna go ahead and click on that, and it's gonna take us to here. We're gonna scroll all the way down to Windows 11 Disk Image ISO. We're gonna go ahead and click Windows 11 Multi Edition, and then we're gonna click Download. So this is just basic information you need to enter, like your language for your product. So then once you click confirm, it'll take you and it'll start downloading. I already have that downloaded over here. So once we're done, we can go ahead, close out of Chrome. So once we do that, we're gonna go ahead and launch VirtualBox. So for you guys, VirtualBox should be located on the desktop. So we're gonna go ahead and launch it and give it admin privileges. So give me a second. Once we do that, it'll take us to the Oracle VM VirtualBox Setup Wizard. Click Next. We're going to go ahead and click Next. Then we're going to click Yes, and then click Install. So we can just wait for this to download. I'll come back to you guys when it's done. So once we're done, we should get this new icon on our desktop, Oracle VM VirtualBox. We can just go ahead and click. If you want, we can just start this, but we're going to uncheck that box and click Finish. We can go ahead and remove this one from desktop, but we'll do that later. So we're going to launch this that we just got, Oracle VM VirtualBox, the one without the Microsoft Defender. Download it, launch it. Okay, so now we're in the UI of Oracle VM. So what we're going to do is go ahead, and when we downloaded that extension pack, we're going to click Tools, Extensions, Install, and then we're going to click our extension pack that we downloaded. I already have it here, so we can just click Machine at the top and click New. So this is where our Windows 11 ISO comes in handy. We can go ahead and title this Windows 11, and then Microsoft Windows 11 64-bit. Click Next, and then give it about 10 gigs of RAM. 10,000 for me, and then you're going to give it at least 4 cores. Next, we can keep this as default, and then click Finish. So once we're done with this, we should have this UI. But here's the problem. We don't have the operating system yet, because right now, let's just start the machine. It'll say powering VM up in the side right here. So yeah, it'll start our machine, but here's the problem. We have no operating system, so we're going to get this yellow screen. So it says, we don't have startup.nsh. So we're going to go ahead and click the X, click power off the machine, and click OK. Okay, so once we're done, we can go ahead and maximize this. Click Settings, go down to System, check all your stuff here. We have one more chance to change it. You can go to Display, make sure this is all the way at 128 megs. Go to Storage and click the empty one, right below the Windows 11.vdi. So we're going to click this disk icon, and then we're going to click Win1122H2 English ISO. So this is the one that we downloaded. So we're going to click Choose the disk file, and then we're going to download this one. Windows 11 22, this one. So we're going to click that, choose this, and then we're going to click OK. So this means our operating system is now installed. We can go ahead, launch it, click on this and click the start, or you can just double click it like I just did. So now that it's launched, we're going to see boot from CD. So we're going to click enter. So if you do not click it, it's okay. We just have to power off the machine and restart. So like I can show you, power off the machine, like I missed it. So we can go ahead, click it, and click on the green arrow start. Once we're done, it'll show us this, VirtualBox, and a Windows 11 loading screen. If you see all of this, it means you've done it right. Congratulations, you just installed Windows 11. So we're going to show you this. So we're going to wait for Windows 11 to launch. Once it does, you'll be greeted to the purple Windows 11 installation screen. You can choose your language, time and country format, and keyboard or input method. We're going to go ahead and click next if you're all happy with the settings. Then we're going to click Windows Install Now. This is going to start the setup. Don't worry if it's a black screen. So we're just going to click I don't have a product key. And then we get to choose our version of Windows. I'm going to click Windows 11 Pro and for workstations because that's the fastest process. Click next. Click I accept the Microsoft license terms and click next. Click custom install and then click drive 0 unlocated space. Click next and then it'll start doing this. So this might take a while. If you guys could give a thumbs up and a subscribe, that would be extremely helpful for my channel. And thank you so much for helping me hit almost 4,000 views on my Scratch Mod FNF video. Let's see if we can get part 2 to at least 1,000 views, and let's see if we can hit 100 subscribers before the New Year's. Also, Merry Christmas, hope you enjoyed it, and so we're still waiting for this, 48%. I'll come back to you guys when it's done. Okay, so we're close to finishing the installation here. We're at 94%. So once it's done, it'll ask if you want to restart your computer. We're going to go ahead and click restart now. Once it's finished. Okay, so now it's installing features, installing updates, and then it's going to go to finish up. So So once it's done, it says Windows needs to restart to continue. We can just go ahead and click restart now. And then we'll be greeted with the VirtualBox and some white text on the top. No, we don't need to worry about that as long as it boots correctly. So once it's booting up, it should take us to the Windows 11 installation screen. Go ahead and wait this one out. And you should see starting services if you've done everything correctly. This means we're booting up into the Windows 11 installation. Okay guys, so once it's done installing, it should take us to the just a moment screen. So once it's done, it'll take us to the installation screen. So it might be a little small, but it's okay. Just gonna go ahead and zoom through the installation. Okay, and we're gonna click yes, and we're gonna go ahead and click skip. So once we're done, we go ahead and wait for this. It's gonna check for updates. Okay, so we're gonna name our device. You can either skip it, but I'm just gonna name it VMPC. Click next. We're gonna click. So once we're done, we're gonna click set up for personal use. Wait for this one to load. You can add your Microsoft account if you want to. You can either create one. We're gonna click sign in options. Okay, never mind. So I'm going to go ahead, log in with my Microsoft account. You don't need to, but I'll be right back. So once we're done, it'll ask us to create a password or a PIN. I'm going to click create. I'm just going to go ahead and create one. If you want your PIN to include letters, symbols, and numbers, then you can go ahead and add some if you want. And then I'm just going to go ahead and click OK once you're done. Wait for this one to load. Okay. So these are all the things Microsoft knows about you. I'm just going to go ahead and unselect all of them because this is just a VM. We're not going to be using it for like our main machine. If you want, you guys can choose whatever you want. And we're going to go ahead and click accept. So once we're done, it'll take us here. Okay. So you can click whatever you're going to use this machine for. Click accept. You can either skip it on the bottom, as you saw there was a button. So we can go ahead and skip this one. Wait for this one to load. Once that loads, I'm going to go ahead and click decline. That was just a Microsoft 365. You can go ahead and click skip for now. Xbox Game Pass. Like I said before, this is just a VM, so we're not going to be using it as our main machine. But this is just fun to play around with. It's going to go ahead and check for updates one more time. And then it's going to go ahead and introduce us. So this is just getting things ready. So I'll come back to you guys when this is done. So once it's done, guys, it'll take you here, and we are in Windows 11. How cool is that? So you can run any kind of operating system like Linux, Solaris, Mac OS. So we've installed Windows 11. Congratulations, guys. So anyways, we want to make this big, right? So we're going to go ahead, click devices on the top here. And then we're going to click insert guest edition CD image. So once that's done, we're going to go ahead on our virtual machine and click File Explorer. Go ahead and go to C drive, CD drive, and then click VBox Windows Editions. It's going to ask you for administrator privileges. And then click Yes. And then we're going to click Next, Next, Install. We're going to wait for this thing. So once this thing is done, it's going to restart our computer. Yeah. So now it should be bigger. So we're going to click Finish. It's going to restart our computer. So once we've done that, we're going to wait for this to restart. We're going to go ahead and sign in. Okay, so once we're in, we're going to go ahead and click View, Full Screen Mode. Click Switch. Okay, so now it is big screen, guys. This is super cool. So this is basically a full-on operating system in an operating system. So this is Windows 11. You can do whatever you guys want in here. This is fully virtual. So this won't affect your actual machine. So this is super cool, guys. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe. And let's see if we can get 100 subscribers before the end of the year. Thank you.